The final phase of Whispers of the Old Market. The night of fire and salt limbe had seen storms before. It had seen fires, but never had the city tasted this much fear. The ground trembled at night, the drums beneath the old market growing louder with each passing dusk. Children no longer laughed. Chickens refused to lay eggs. A thin mist coated the air even during daylight. People whispered that it wasn't fog, but breath from mouths that should no longer speak. And the compound knew if they did not act soon, the market would open, and what lived beneath it would walk freely among them. The circle of the living. It was Mama Pauline who lit the first candle. That night she called the others. Not just the elders, but the brave, the willing, and the desperate. They met in the small community hall beside the compound. The same hall is used for weddings, wakes, and evening church classes. But this time, the walls were lined with red chalk symbols, and the floor had been scrubbed with salt water and ashes. In the center, a circle of kola nuts, cowrie shells, and broken mirrors glimmered beneath the flickering candlelight. "It is time," Mama Pauline said. "We cannot wait for another child to disappear, or for the cemetery to spill open." Among the group stood Auntie Binta, holding her late husband's hunting rifle, Father Thomas, the young Catholic priest who had seen shadows creeping around the altar, Chico, silent but stronger now, with his Bible tied around his chest like armor, and Yusuf, the local herbalist who rarely spoke but brought a sack filled with bitter roots, sulfur, and a bottle of red earth. They called themselves the Circle of the Living. Their mission was simple: enter the old market at midnight and destroy the shrine beneath the root of the curse, the place where Yayafua's soul had nested for generations. But they didn't know what waited for them down there. At exactly midnight, the compound gathered at the edge of the marketplace. The wind had died. Even the sea beyond the hills was silent. They broke the old wooden lock that barred the market's underground storage, a rusted stairway leading down to what had once been a colonial bunker. The stairwell smelled of wet stones and forgotten things. As they descended, candles flickering, they saw markings on the walls, carvings of faces, mouths open, eyes gouged out. Some looked like people they knew. They reached a vast chamber, and there, in the center, was the shrine. It was made of bones and melted glass, adorned with human hair, and dripping with what looked like black oil. At the top sat the red cloth effigy of Yaya Efua, eyes sewn shut, mouth open in a scream, and around it, they came. From the cracks in the earth, from the shadows in the stone, they crawled, rat moles, grotesque and twitching, some wearing scraps of human skin, others with glowing yellow eyes and hands like twisted claws. They moved in a